Hello guys.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of The Everyday Grind.
I'm Steph.
I'm Danai and this is Unfiltered. Let's go. So what do we have in today? Oh, do you want to say something to the people that are watching us?
Do I?
Do you want to say it? Do you want to take the pillow and show?
Well, by the time this is posted, I'll be further along.
Yeah.
But I'm pregnant.
Yay.
Expecting our first. Yeah.
That's so amazing.
So-
And you don't know what it is.
We don't know, although someone in this room is the only one that knows what the gender is.
Yeah. So that's happening in a month's time. That's going to be cool. So, as we said in the previous episode, we're both kind of gym rats, but also, you know, we like our fitness journey and gym and everything. And I think today we're going to talk about pregnancy and fitness and maybe first trimester of pregnancy. That's interesting. If you would say a couple of words of how was your first trimester, what would you say?
I have one word. Hard.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
No, like obviously very grateful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, not to go into too much detail, obviously you're aware, but it was a long journey for me and my husband. So very, very grateful, but very hard. Not what I expected I would personally go through. I thought it was going to be a lot easier just because obviously having a fitness background, I just thought my body was, you know, ready. Not that it wasn't ready, but, you know, it's equipped maybe. So because of that, I just didn't think I was going to go through everything. The nausea / morning sickness, whatever you want to call it.
Was it only on the morning though?
No.
Because that was something that both like surprised us. I mean, you know, first trimester is different to everyone. Everyone is different. The people that just fly through, the people that just bedridden, literally. So yeah, what about the sickness? Was it like just morning sickness?
Well, I don't know why they call it morning sickness.
Yeah.
Because mine was in the afternoon. And especially for certain weeks as well. I think from probably about weeks 7 to 9 in particular were my hardest. That was over Christmas and New Year break. Also on my annual leave break with work.
True. And we're in Australia, which we haven't said that in the beginning.
No, we haven't. We're in Melbourne.
We're in Melbourne, Australia, and we have summer here now.
Yeah.
So
I was literally inside.
Yeah.
Couch ridden. And I still remember those weeks because my nausea would start from 12:30 on the dot without question.
Yeah.
It was like as soon as I had eaten lunch, it just started. And it would go through. Nighttime was the absolute worst.
Yeah.
It got worse as the day progressed. I was prescribed with medication from the doctor, which I was always a bit iffy on taking. I mean, you and I discussed that as well.
Yeah.
You know,
I think later on we might have a topic like that, you know, medication, supplements, hormones, all of that stuff.
Definitely. But yeah, so
it was like a afternoon sickness for you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Afternoon / evening sickness.
So I think my first question is that I think I asked all of my friends that have gone through pregnancy. Did you feel it that you're pregnant before you started testing? Did you have a dream or something like? Did you feel that I think I'm pregnant?
No, I thought so. As I said at the start, it's been a very long journey for us.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some viewers here are going through it as well. You know, testing early, Googling every single symptom.
Yeah.
Trying to analyze and being like, oh, this is happening. that must be
Am
I'm
I?
pregnant.
I don't know. Yep. Yep.
Honestly, believe me when I say this, it is true when people say that a period symptom and pregnancy symptom
Yep.
is identical.
I think I told you that. at some point.
Identical.
I think I told you at some
Not
point.
even slightly similar, identical. I thought
Yeah.
I was just getting my period.
Yeah.
I just thought it was another month. All right, yep, whatever. Especially because that month I was sick as well.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, I just thought, no, it's not the month again. Had cramping, everything that I would normally have.
You were ready for your period, but never came.
And then I decided, let's just test early because that's what I do all the time. And it came up as positive.
Yeah. Well, funny story in here, because I've been along with her journey, trying to... So my background, for people like who don't know me, obviously you guys know me, my background is I've done a master's in human reproduction and development, so it's pretty much IVF. I never fully went through to the embryologist path, but I've done my internships and everything to the labs and all that. So she was coming to me with, oh, what's that? Or what's that? And then the point where she started testing, I was like, oh, just wait a couple more days before you test because there's been other stuff happening. And then dead silent after that.
I didn't know how to lie to her.
Yeah, so she couldn't lie to me because like every month we were discussing these things like TMI, periods and all that.
But you were asking me as well, like, have you tested again? And I was like,
I think I was asking you after a couple of days, like, did you test again? And then that was the dead silent there because she couldn't say, oh no, I didn't test, or yes, I tested and it was positive. Then I got the hint and I stopped asking. And that was like, I don't know, 2 weeks at least. These 2 weeks, our conversations, they were not the normal, usual conversations we have. Because usually we talk about everything, the root, TMI in there. And then these 2 weeks were literally, good morning, you good? Yep, I'm good. Good. As if we're like mad at each other. We were not, but she couldn't lie to me, but she couldn't yet tell me. Like we needed to meet in person to tell each other.
There was no way I was going to tell her over a text message.
We promised that to each other, that we're always going to tell in person, no matter how long it takes, like we're going to meet and tell each other.
And also...
You were going through tests.
Yes, but we were also... We always said to each other as well that we would tell each other early,
straight away, pretty much.
You know, a lot of people obviously tell people till 12 weeks, and my husband and I, we did for a lot of people, but certain people, family, things like that, and obviously the night.
You want to know. You want them to know. You want them along your journey as well.
And
that's good. Like if something happens or if you're experiencing something, you want to be sharing that.
Correct, and that was our reason.
That was next, close to you. So that was the parenthesis that, these 2 weeks were really awkward until she told me in person. And I was like, oh, finally.
And we had a christening in between.
Yes, we met. Well, that christening, they were so busy. We didn't really get the chance to talk
But
about
even then, like...
It was awkward.
It was weird because she knew.
Our vibe was weird.
I wanted to tell her. But I was 5 weeks. When the christening happened, our family christening.
We didn't even get the chance to sit down, the two of us, somewhere to have that conversation. So it was and when she told me, I was like, finally you told me, because I can't keep it anymore as well. Like I know you are.
And I think I told you at 7
weeks. Summer 7,
Between
just
7 and 8
just
weeks.
before the really bad, nausea and stuff started. Just before, it was just that time, then it went downhill.
Yeah, so around 7.5 weeks.
Yeah. So what was the first to go from your routine? Like, was it something that, you're like, I can't do that I'm pregnant, either because you're not allowed to or because you cannot physically do it, or, first trimester and stuff?
First thing that went was... So, okay, a bit of a breakdown. Weeks 4 to 6 were fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. Wasn't nauseous. wasn't tired. Even in the first trimester anyway, I was never tired. Like some women experience
Yes, they
really
do.
bad tiredness,
Yeah,
all that. I literally only experienced the nausea slash low energy because of the nausea. That was it. So
So you didn't want to extra nap from
No.
normal? Yeah.
No.
Because, you know, we all want to nap when we work
the
corporate.
that's yeah.
But the extra.
That side of it was normal. It was just low energy because, you know, just like if you guys have been, you know, sick with a stomach bug, gastro, whatever it is, that nausea feeling just really takes it out of you. You know, especially when there's times where you're not hungry, but you know you have to eat.
Yep.
It's a lot. So weeks 4 to 6, absolutely fine. Still smashing training, you know, going 6-7 days a week. Eating was fine, everything. Weeks 8 was, oh no, sorry, because I did 4 to 6, sorry. Week 7 to week 9, so that 2-week break was over the Christmas break, I think I mentioned earlier, where I was completely couch ridden.
Yeah.
I don't even think I left the house during those 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was fine on Christmas Day, which I was very lucky.
Because
Christmas
you spent it
Day,
with family.
yeah, because that was at about 7 weeks.
Yeah.
I was okay, literally from like Boxing Day till 2 days before I went back to work. Couch ridden.
Yeah. And remember, you didn't even want to
Didn't
go
do
for a
anything.
walk.
Yeah.
I was trying, you know, obviously, she couldn't go to the gym. At the same time, I was like, okay, maybe just go for a walk. But I don't know. I haven't experienced it. I don't know how it is.
And I kept telling them, like, I physically can't.
Cannot,
Like,
yeah.
I tried it once because I was like, I just need to go out, like, mentally and just not feeling like me. I would walk up the street and back, and I was just, like, my husband would look at me and he's like, what is wrong with you? Like, you can't walk. Like, I was bent down. Like, I couldn't, like, I was so bad. He was, you know, trying to help me and walk with me and stuff, but I physically just couldn't, which obviously meant, you know, with gym as well, I think I managed to go once in those 2 weeks, and I think I managed like a 20-minute session. And then I was like, I messaged like the night and I was like, I didn't even finish my session.
Yeah,
like
no, I just left.
Started feeling nauseous. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Then it got a little bit better from like weeks 9. I still had days though where I was nauseous and things like that. Still wasn't training as much, but I managed to start going to the gym a little bit more. Maybe twice a week. I always tried to have a staple day of Mondays in a class at least to get me, one, it's at the start of the week as well.
Yes.
And I always find, even before pregnancy, I always found if I started the week right, it would keep me going.
It's kind of like we say, start your day right, make your bed.
Correct.
Because you just literally just tick off one thing of your list and then that keeps you going.
Exactly
you
right.
know?
Exactly.
This
so
is
I
like the
tried
mindset that we're trying to achieve. Yeah.
Exactly. So I kept with that as much as I could.
And then what about now reaching to like 12, 13 weeks?
I still have moments where I'm nauseous, but not as much.
Yeah, and
Like,
energy is a little bit better, I guess.
Energy is definitely getting better. I mean, only the other day I messaged you when I managed to do 2 workouts.
Yeah, true.
You know, getting back to doing a weight session plus also the cardio factor, whereas before it was one or the other, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You do what you can. But the fact that I was just moving a little bit more and wanting to move more and can move more.
Yeah.
So I think, the first trimester, really hard.
Well, what I'm hearing is you cannot plan it.
Correct.
So whatever I'm planning in here, it's not going to go this way. You cannot plan it. And you just have to accept it, I guess, and go with the
100%.
flow. Like,
And don't be hard on yourself.
yeah.
I think that was my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
She
was
really
literally
hard.
messaging me saying, "Oh my God, I can't do my workout today." I was like,
Yeah.
"Relax, you're pregnant." Like, and apart from everything, you're on your first trimester.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to push you from now on, right? That's it. If you're feeling well, you're going. That's it.
Yeah.
But first trimester is difficult. It is difficult.
100%.
So what about guilt? Because we both have that.
Yeah.
Did you feel the guilt? Did you feel that sometimes, you know, oh my God, I'm not going to the gym. Like, what am I
At
doing?
the start, yes.
Yeah. Which is normal. Like, I think I would
Yeah.
feel too, but
But I think at the start as well, because it's like so early on, because you're only like 6 weeks, 7 weeks pregnant, you know, so it's still very, I mean, you've only just known for 2 weeks that
Yeah.
you're pregnant. So I think at that stage, it is very, especially for me, and, you know, when the time comes for you, it's going to be like that because
your life
we've been
changes
involved. Well, yeah,
as
we've been
well.
involved in fitness
For years, like a whole life.
our whole life.
Yeah.
You know, we lead a healthy lifestyle, and not just the gym factor, the eating factor.
The eating factor.
As
That was
well.
my next question
Yeah,
as well. But
like-
what about like guilt of not going to the gym?
The first few weeks, yes, because I was like, I want to move, like, and especially because when I found out, I was like, you know, I made a promise to myself to keep moving, keep active, you know, as long as I can, preferably
Yes.
up until 38
Yeah.
weeks. So when I didn't,
When you start your journey without that, yeah, it's like starting your Monday without your class, I guess.
correct,
So-
and it's like, oh, like I made a promise to myself,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yeah.
I'm not achieving it.
What about now food? You mentioned food. That was a roller coaster, I remember.
food? Was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So pre-pregnancy, I was low carb diet. That is what my body, you know, I worked with a trainer as well for this. That meant, you know, high protein as well. All I wanted in this trimester, especially in the middle, was carbs.
Yeah.
Carbs.
Yeah.
I knew I needed protein, like I knew it, but I just wanted
Yeah.
pastas and, you know, kebabs and just all the unhealthy carb
And fats. And high in
Things.
fats as well. Like that.
and high fats.
Like your
That's all I
comfort
wanted.
food or your food that is like after going out for
Yeah.
drinks, you know, that food of the next day or being tired.
Yeah.
Which again makes sense body wise because your body is putting more energy now into something new. By the time you adjust, so now that's the scientist in me. It needs time to adjust to that, and like you wouldn't feel it, but you were spending more energy, baby building, as we
100%.
said. So
And I think that's where it was
Yeah.
hard at the start to,
Yeah.
you know, everybody knows your body changes, things are going to change. Everybody knows that beforehand, but I don't think I realized, I can't speak for
Yeah.
everybody else, but my journey, I never realized until I was actually in the position
yeah,
on what you can and can't control and just how you'll feel, especially during having nausea as well. You just want to eat to
Yeah.
fix the nausea. Like, didn't
Yeah.
matter what it was, you know, carbs was helping settle it.
so that's that. And then nutrition goes off the window because your body craves what it needs to fuel it. So what's your plan now that I think you're feeling a little bit better? What's your plan for the next 6 months if everything goes as planned? Obviously, you know, we have a plan, sometimes it doesn't go as we want to. What's your plan? What do you really want to do?
Like I said at the start in this episode and also start of pregnancy for me, my goal is to still stay as active as I can
Perfect.
until as long as I can.
I like that you're not saying my goal is to be at the gym every single day.
Because I think now, I mean, like I said, we've
Be
spoken
as
about
active
this.
as I can. It's the
It's
perfect way
changed.
to, you know,
Yeah.
say it.
And I think it took me, you remember?
Yeah.
It took me
Yeah.
pretty much close to all of this trimester, I would say.
Yeah.
I think I only voice messaged Denai like 3 days ago, actually saying to her,
yeah,
I've come to accept.
like it is what it is.
know?
Let's move forward, I guess.
Exactly. At the end of the day, this is about being healthy for my baby and keeping the baby growing, developing how it should be, and, you know, keeping it healthy.
Keeping your baby as healthy as possible, as possible. Yeah,
It's different now. And like I said, it was hard at the start to come to accept that, if that's the right wording.
I still kept pushing her because I was in my own little world, you know. I was still,
of course.
No, I still tried to keep her motivated and encourage her whenever she was saying something. You know, I feel like this. I said, well, have you had your food today?
Yeah.
Have you, you know, hydrated your body? You know, these sort of things, which again, different when you say it when you're not pregnant and different when you're feeling it.
Very much so, but I think
I just tried, you know, to motivate you, to keep you.
That's the thing. It's nice having that though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I guess having a friend that's also going, you know, through their own journey.
Yeah.
It's nice having someone. It's different with a husband.
Yes.
Like I think
100%.
husbands are very lenient.
Yeah. Well,
which is fine.
That's fine. Have
which
whatever you want.
That's great. That was great. But it's nice also having a friend.
Yeah,
you know,
with same mindset. You know, we both have really so many common interests, I guess.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Nutrition-wise as well, you now can go back into more, you know, whatever. You're still craving stuff, obviously,
of
but
course.
you know, you can control it a little bit more, which is great.
Definitely, and I think now, you know, I mean, today, you know, we had lunch, today, which is pretty much what I would normally eat. It was just heated rather than cold. So I'm actually getting back into being able to do those things and to stomach everything that I was.
Yeah.
But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm baby building. She's bodybuilding.
Different.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to be healthy, happy. Baby needs to be healthy, healthy.
And I think
happy.
we need to make sure to say, obviously, that if you're not doing any of these things that Steph is doing, that's fine. That's your journey. You know, that's what you guys doing, and that's great. You know, there are people that have seen, like there was this girl, CrossFit. She was training throughout 9 months, going. That's totally fine.
And I think
the people bedridden, that's fine. You know, you just have to, you know, try and accept that and don't compare yourself to others, I guess.
And I think on that as well, though, consult your doctor. Like, you know, women are every pregnancy is different. Every woman is different. Health is different.
Have a good doctor.
Correct.
I just want you to say something about your doctor because, you know, I've heard, and that's what I'm scared at, you know, getting a doctor that will say to me, stop training, stop eating this, stop eating that. And I'll be like, I'll be depressed. Like, I don't want to stop training if I can, obviously. And if it's healthy for the baby, obviously. I don't want to stop training. Yeah. But your doctor is different. Your doctor is cool. He's cool doctor.
Amazing. I think he's very, I don't know the word.
Progressive.
Like he even said it the way there's so many myths out there, and there is, you know, but again, all of this is what he's told me, that this is my case. It's not, you know, what someone else is going through. So obviously don't
go to your doctor. Yeah. This is not medical advice. This is not professional. This is
correct. This is just my
story basically. Yeah.
You know, deli meats, all that kind of stuff, as an example. You know, lots of doctors say you can't
have it at all.
Eat it at all. Where he was like, no, like you can eat pretty much everything. Obviously be mindful, but just heat it up.
Instead of having it cold, 180 degrees, have it toasted, like
correct.
Actually
kills the bacteria, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, he was very much for keeping active.
Yeah.
As well, you know,
your vitamins, your supplements, everything.
I mean, I asked him as well, you know, is there anything in the gym I need to stop doing, change, alter? He was like, no, do whatever.
How your body feels, like see how your body feels.
Look after yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, at a certain point, as everyone knows,
you physically wouldn't be able to.
Correct.
Like, you know, when you're far along, lying on your back for too long, it's not a problem.
Like, there are certain things we know. But again, this is my story.
That's a cool doctor to have.
Yeah.
That's an awesome doctor to have. What is something that you mostly looking forward to after the baby is here?
To be a mum.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. It's been I've wanted kids from when I was young.
That was what we were saying this morning, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. But in terms of the fitness side, I guess it's also just getting back into
Like a routine or
being
something.
me as well. Not so much physical. Physical side will come. That's the biggest thing I can say is what I've learned.
Yes.
Your body's going to change, but even regardless of pregnancy, your body changes throughout your life. Throughout, especially women, which we'll probably talk about another time. Different times of the month.
Yeah.
Everything changes for us. So that side of it, I've come to accept that I'll deal with that. But it's more just getting back into me and training how I train.
Yeah.
The consistency of it.
Yeah.
Everything. So
would you be taking the baby with you at the gym if you can, like in a little pram, in a little thing?
I don't know if the gym will let me. I'll have to ask.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I know they have a creche.
Oh yeah. But that's for older kids.
From like a certain age.
Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise I just go when hubby comes home. I'll go.
True. Tag teams.
We've got the grandparents, so
yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll figure something out.
That'd be good.
Because at the end of the day, correct?
I'll babysit. I'm saying that on camera.
Correct. But I think you'll people will figure it out.
Yeah.
Not just me. Parents figure it out. Mental health, everything. So
yeah, and I want to finish this conversation on a high note. So, what's the best thing from this? Like we said about the bad things right now from trimester 1. What's the best thing
about being pregnant?
Yeah, for you.
I probably just sound like I'm repeating myself, but just that it has been such a long journey.
Yeah.
And like I said, I won't go into detail of it because it's all, medical side of it, which will take up
again, though,
whole episode.
If you guys want to share
questions.
your journey, if you have questions, write it down below or message us, and we can even do a Q&A on that as well, which again will be just personal opinion and more personal. I mean, I can go a little bit more detail on scientific stuff, but it will be just personal stuff.
Definitely if you have questions, because, obviously then I can answer as much as you can.
So so the best thing is that I guess.
I think that it happened.
Yeah, that it happened.
Yeah. Because I guess with our journey, I just never thought it would.
Yeah, or when.
Or how.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the fact that it's actually happening is still very surreal.
Amazing. Yeah, we were holding another baby today, and we were like, it's surreal that
as someone that she knows, not
not a random baby,
not a random baby. Just before the comment section,
I don't think you needed to say that. Like, obviously, I wasn't going around holding other people's babies. No, like a person that we know, and we were just saying that how surreal it is. Like in a few months, we're going to be holding a baby.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, cool. Okay, is there something else you want to share about pregnancy and gym or fitness or in general pregnancy and stuff?
I don't think so. I just think, with pregnancy as well, try not to listen to too much.
Yeah, keep it simple, I guess.
Say. I think the only other thing to add is don't listen to what everyone will say. You're going to get a lot of people that will say, don't train, don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't, go to the gym and lift weights and all this kind of stuff. What we have said quite a few times in this episode, talk to your provider if you are worried. Get a personal trainer, that is specifically for pregnancy as well.
Yeah.
So I've gotten it a few times just in this trimester. People come from a good place, but people don't understand the benefits of training as well. So
especially for people that have been active in the past. Obviously, we're not recommending and saying, you know, if you've never gone into a gym before in your life, when you're pregnant, start training like crazy, like a gym rat. No. But even then, if you want to go do like a walk that you usually wouldn't do just because you want to be active,
yeah,
that's something. Like my advice as like advisor and stuff that I'm thinking is, ask your doctor first.
Yeah.
How's your pregnancy?
Number 100%.
Yeah. What low risk, high risk? What to look at? What to be careful of? Whatever. And then after that, if your doctor gives you the okay, you just go and do your routine. If you've got a routine already, if you've got a training plan already, or if you don't and you want to have someone, just find someone in that field.
Definitely.
To help you, to advise you, to guide you. Because there's a lot of benefits associated with movement and training during pregnancy. There's more benefits than harms, if anything, especially if you're low risk. So, yeah, I'm excited for you to take us on like the next
journey. You'll see the bump grow.
Yeah, you'll see the bump grow. We're going to do a few more topics. You guys will help us a lot if you put questions down there or anything you want to share. You'll help us a lot if you put in questions down at the bottom or anything you want to share with us, because that will give us also like food for thought and food for talk as well.
Trying to create a community as well. So
yeah, I think I've got an idea. I think you should do like a walk mummy club when you give birth or something.
We can. I'm looking for it.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was the Everyday Grind Unfiltered. It's Denai
And Steph.
See ya.
Bye.